grown and sexy, but clean sometimes. That's what's up. We didn't say it was a family show, so there's that. Wait, are we with that? Well, this or that? Are we?
I don't know. We all over the place.
Had to come out of retirement. These knees they was snap, cracking, and popping, like a Rice Krispie. But we made it do what it do. But I did take a couple ibuprofens afterwards, though. All right.
Mud Talk with Big T, Shay, and Miss Amy.
Can you count, suckers? Get busy, y'all. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your homie Big T.
And I'm Shay Renee.
And I'm Miss Amy.
And you listen to the only podcast that brings you the latest in music, news, and fashion, and the only show that keeps our ears to the streets.
While you grind in the 419.
Hey, it is a very special day here today. It is Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Every day is a special day here.
I know, right? Every day is a special day on Mud Talk, but today is a very special day.
Yes.
So, how's everybody feeling this great Cinco de Mayo?
I'm feeling great.
Well, my sangria just hit like in the intro.
It's all Amy's fault.
I had to celebrate a little sangria.
Well, we appreciate you. So
I missed the episode, the bar talk that we're gonna have later.
Yes,
had to catch up.
We had we got in touch. Well, we tapped in with Tanae the bartender earlier today. So definitely going to show that. And we also have a very special guest here today. We have Mr. Michael Allen Jr., who's in the building. What's good?
What's going on, everybody?
Not much. We appreciate you for stopping by on Mud Talk.
I appreciate you guys for having me, man.
No problem.
I've been waiting for this all day. So I'm excited to be here on Cinco de Mayo.
But we are happy to say you are officially Mud Talk certified.
Yes.
So we appreciate it.
There we go. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, before we get into anything, y'all know I have to give y'all what's called Big T with the T. And this is where I give y'all all of the messiness that's going on with all these celebrities.
I love it.
Okay. So, all right. Well, first off, McDonald's is in a lot of trouble right now. So our news comes from NBC Today and TMZ. So more than 300 children, including 2 10-year-olds, were found working at McDonald's restaurants across Kentucky and several other states in violation of federal labor laws. In one case, investigators found 2 10-year-olds were working unpaid until as late as 2 a.m. at one McDonald's restaurant in Louisville. Of course, just doing illegal shit.
I wonder if it's the one that I was like, there was a McDonald's that I stayed right by when I was there. It looked a little shady. I didn't go in.
They might be. So the 2 children, they prepared and distributed food orders, cleaned the store, worked at the drive-thru window, and operated a register. One of them was also allowed to operate the deep fryer, which is absolutely prohibitive for anyone who's under the age of 16. The 2 10-year-olds were among at least 305 children found to have been employed in violation of federal laws across 62 McDonald's locations in Kentucky, Indiana, Maryland, and Ohio. Bauer Food LLC, which owns one of the McDonald's, said that the 2 10-year-olds alleged to have been employed at the McDonald's restaurant were children of a night manager who were visiting their parent at work and were not approved by the franchise organization to be in that part of the restaurant.
So I know that you're allowed now, if it was the owner's kid, because you're allowed to have a family-owned business and have your kids work, and it doesn't matter what age, but you have to pay them. Otherwise, it's called labor trafficking.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
against the law. And I know that a lot of McDonald's will allow 14-year-olds to work there with a work permit.
Yes.
But it sounds like a night manager does not qualify for any of that.
Not at all.
Sounds like they just didn't have a babysitter.
Yes. And their kid was operating the deep fryer.
Right.
Which is absolutely just blew my mind. So,
right.
Yeah,
you
man.
can't bring what you do at home to work.
Absolutely. Every day is not take your kids to work day.
No.
So, all right. In other news, 50 Cent, Shaq, and Kenya Barris are looking to buy BET. So TMZ learned that the group is making a massive push to strike a deal. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that 50 and Kenya were spotted at the Paramount offices in New York earlier this week to talk business and the possibility of buying the network. As for cash, we're told 50, Shaq, and Kenya are fully loaded and ready to make an offer with some help from CBC, which is an investment company. Of course, there's still a lot of work to be done before anything is finalized, but sources told TMZ it's not a done deal, but they're deep in talks with the network.
I didn't know it was for sale.
I didn't know it was for sale either.
Maybe I want to buy
We
it.
should have put in on that.
Right.
Hey, you still got time, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
So, but I definitely thought, well, I know that Tyler Perry was actually in the running for that as well, too, which I'm not surprised because BET is like the Tyler Perry network at this point.
Right.
So every show that's on there is produced and made by Tyler Perry. So
he should have like first
Dibs,
things
yeah.
on that. Yeah.
yeah, but can he really compete with 50 Cent, Shaq, and Kenya Barris? That's
I
tough.
don't think so.
That's
Maybe.
tough.
I
I
mean,
would have put
he's-
it past him.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what I'm saying.
Especially if he's already all over it. Kind of his thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. All right, and last in news, Neo. Oh, Neo, messy Neo. Let me tell you
Don't
about
ruin
Neo.
Neo for me.
Well, Neo's ruining himself right now. So Neo is looking to get parental rights for his two youngest kids, the ones he has with his current girlfriend that triggered the divorce from his ex-wife. According to legal docs obtained by TMZ, the singers asking the court to establish parental rights for his kids, which he had with his side piece, and he's requesting joint legal and physical custody of them as well. He says they had Braden in 2021 and Brixton just last February, and he's also hoping they'll be eligible to inherit from him as if they were born in wedlock. Neo's wife, Crystal, filed for divorce last year in Atlanta and noted he had fathered a child outside of their marriage. Crystal claims she's been taking care of the three kids by herself since they split.
Crystal's the wife.
Crystal's the wife, and she filed for divorce because Neo had two kids outside of their marriage.
How old are the kids?
The one was just born last February, and the
Okay.
other one was born in 2021.
So little.
Yes. So Neo was out here just spreading the
So
love.
when Crystal stops taking care of the three kids, he's gonna just resume that
I
responsibility.
guess so. Well,
Where's the side piece?
they're together.
Oh,
Yeah. So
So-
the girlfriend was the side piece that he had the baby with. So now that him and his
Yeah.
wife are divorced, he's now with the side piece.
I'm just trying
So
to
how
figure
did
out.
the wife
I'm
get the
trying to figure out
kids?
how Crystal ended up with the kids taking care of them.
Well, no, Crystal and Neo already had kids together. So he's trying to get parental rights of the
Oh.
kids.
of
Gotcha.
their kids together.
Yes. And,
Oh,
and she's
okay.
like, I've been taking care of these kids
I
since.
thought you were talking about the side pieces kids.
Oh, no. Well, the side piece and them are together.
Okay,
So,
I don't
yes.
know.
So, yeah. But he's pretty much like the new Nick Cannon at this point.
No,
Or he's getting,
no.
I
hey,
wouldn't say
look.
all
No.
that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
He's
all
got a
that.
lot more babies to go.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true. But, well,
Speaking of Nick, what's the count up to now? We haven't talked about that in a while.
no, because we've been focused on NBA Youngboy.
That's
why.
well, NBA Youngboys. Yeah, his count's getting up there. They
Yeah.
might be.
It is definitely up
Was he
there.
at like 13, 14?
Is it? It's a
12,
lot.
13? It's a
I think
lot.
I thought it was 12.
Man,
I don't know.
There were
It's a
two
lot.
on the way. I don't know how many. It was double digits.
I don't know.
And Nick's at 12,
Yes, he definitely is.
unless there's more that we don't know about yet.
12 and probably counting.
Probably.
So, all right. Well, that was Big T with the tea. Y'all know if I got some tea, I'm going to spill it here first on Mud Talk. So, y'all know, like we said, it is Cinco de Mayo. And a lot of people get Cinco de Mayo kind of misconstrued. That is actually the Independence Day of Mexico. And that's actually not true. So, I figured I would give y'all 5 facts about Cinco de Mayo that you probably didn't know. All right. So, number one, Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day. Contrary to what some people think, the Mexican Independence Day is actually September 16th and not May 5th. The 16th is remembered as the day the Mexican War for Independence began against the Spanish government in 1810. Number two, the holiday celebrates a much smaller military victory. May 5th is the anniversary of what they call the Battle of Puebla in 1862, during which the guerrilla troops came in and fought off Napoleon's troops during the Franco-Mexican War from 1861 to 1867. That's a long ass war.
Yeah.
Shit. Damn.
Yeah.
You gonna beef with somebody that damn long?
yeah.
In that small town?
In that small ass town. Here, you can have it at this
Yeah,
Right.
point.
at this point.
At that point, that's just like a divorce.
Pretty much. As Neo. All
Don't
right.
be mean to Neo.
I'm gonna be
He was
nice.
out
Let
here
me stop.
sneaky linking. Okay.
Let me stop.
I don't
We
think
gonna
it was
need.
so sneaky. He made some babies.
He
He got
did.
caught. That's
Yeah,
what
he got
happens.
caught, yeah.
That's always the risk. You can have a side piece.
Yeah, let me stop being mean to Neo because we might have to have him on the show.
Right.
Talk
Neo,
about-
come on the show and talk
Let's talk about his side piece babies. All right. Number 3, the popularity of Cinco de Mayo in America was actually a political move. So President Franklin D. Roosevelt enacted something called the Good Neighbor Policy, which was meant to improve relations with Latin American countries and communities. It was under the policy that Cinco de Mayo began to pick up steam in the 1950s and 60s, eventually becoming a national holiday. And what better way to celebrate a national holiday than drinking?
And tacos.
And
And
tacos.
salsa, like I brought you guys.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We got to talk about the salsa in a minute. So it was some good ass salsa. Number 5, actually number 4, I'm sorry. Los Angeles has the biggest Cinco de Mayo celebration. LA celebration is even bigger than the festival in the Mexican city of Puebla. The party is called Fiesta Broadway and has been a huge celebration since the 1990s. Most major streets in LA are blocked off to host hundreds of thousands of people celebrating Mexican heritage with food, music, dancing, and crafts. And our last tip, one Arizona town actually celebrates Cinco de Mayo with Chihuahua races.
Wow.
Yes.
Why did I miss that?
Well, the town of Chandler, Arizona has your typical Cinco de Mayo celebration, food, music, parades, dancing, and Chihuahua races. Townspeople enter their Chihuahuas into this race and receive a large cash prize if their Chihuahua is the fastest dog that wins.
Chihuahuas are ugly. I'm just saying, they're like not cute dogs.
Hey, I'm just
They
saying.
look
But,
like half rat, half dog.
yeah, but they can help you win a lot of money. If
Do
you
they
go to-
run fast?
Yeah, they do.
They got short legs.
Yes.
Yeah,
Why
but
the
if you have
taco
short
shell
legs,
take
I feel like you would run
Oh, yeah, that's
slow.
true.
Well, and Chihuahuas are very hyper too. Like they're very
They are
hyperactive.
very. That's why I don't like them.
Yeah, but hey, they can help you win some money if you go to Chandler, Arizona.
Well, you know what? Mud Talk next Cinco de Mayo, Chandler, Arizona,
Arizona.
Chihuahuas. Here we
Yeah.
come.
I actually have a Chihuahua, so I'm gonna put mine in that
Wait,
race.
do you really?
I do.
Oh,
Yes, her name is Harley.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
No, it's okay. I won't be offended. I'm gonna put her in the race so we can win like
Yep, there we go.
$500.
Is she fast?
yeah. We
I
look,
couldn't keep up with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was chasing me around the house.
Look.
Was this the green tequila day or?
no.
No.
No, but that dog, she's so damn fast that we had to get like a invisible fence around our house because she was just like doing too much. So all right. Well, that was the 5 little tips about Cinco de Mayo. And if you didn't know, now you know. All right. All right. So we have someone here where we like to call Ask the White Girl. And we haven't done this in quite some time. And we have some people who wanted to ask our favorite white girl, Miss Amy, some questions about white people. Okay.
Hold on, I gotta take a drink.
she gotta get herself ready.
So we always have to give our disclaimer since it's
Yes,
been a
give
while.
your
This does not
disclaimer.
represent my personal opinion, just what I feel like is what my experience with white people. It doesn't mean it's the right experience, and it's just what I have observed. So
Yes.
don't come at me.
She is not the spokesperson for all white people.
Not at all, actually.
Yeah, because sometimes white people be doing some crazy shit.
They do
So
some
I
crazy
don't want
shit.
you to
I am
attach
not
yourself
that
to that
person.
crazy shit.
I'm not that person
All right.
most of the time.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Question number 1. Hey, white girl, why do you think we don't see white men dating black women as much as we see white women dating black men?
I'm gonna start with that one. I'm still thinking about the answer to that one.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like maybe more recently, and maybe this is just my own personal experience and observation. But I feel like I've seen more white guys dating black women than I have in like previous years. But I still, obviously, it's very disproportionate. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah. Well, we talked about on the show the last time about, because somebody asked the question, it was kind of reversed about why do black men like dating white women? We had that conversation and we talked about how some black men feel like that white women are just like the yes person. Like they just say yes to everything and very submissive and all of that stuff. So I don't know if that's the thing.
I don't know. I really honestly don't know the answer to that. I have a friend of mine who is a black woman dating a white man, but also my friends also dated black guys and Middle Eastern guys and
Just the
Latino
whole
guys.
United Nations.
Yeah, like I'm not. No, that's just gonna make that she's not a hoe.
No, I wasn't saying
I'm just
she was
saying.
a
I'm just
hoe.
saying. But I'm just saying. Like, there's like
She's very diverse.
the answer when I ask, like, like what it just doesn't matter. Like, it's not about the color of the race. It's about like the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, shout out to white men who are dating black girls. We love to see it. We love that shit. Y'all welcome to the cookout. Just don't bring no potato salad.
Are you sure that you want to welcome? They have to don't they have to prove that? They're not
got a
weird?
lot of soul now, though.
yeah.
Some of them, but listen,
But they got a lot of little rhythm to them now.
Some of the white boys that I've seen date some of my black female friends do not have the rhythm, and they do.
Yeah.
I would.
Well,
be
they
worried
got to
about them
complete
at
the
a
cookout checklist first before
Yes,
they can come. It's
thank
a whole
you.
checklist.
What's the checklist?
What is the checklist?
Do you know how to play spades?
Yes.
Can you cook?
Yes.
As long as you don't say nigga,
What
we
seasonings
good.
you using?
Do you use
What
seasoning?
Well, I already
bring
showed
in?
my entire 3 spice closets.
Yes.
So
Yeah. And the last one be, do you say the N word? Because if you do, then you really can't come.
Right.
'Cause some of them white boys, you know.
Correct.
Yeah.
Real comfortable.
They get real comfortable, and we don't tolerate that shit here on Mud Talk.
Not even if
I
you're
ain't
rapping
helping
a
you
song.
fight.
Not even. Yeah, we definitely.
You,
I ain't helping you fight. I'm gonna be too drunk. I'm gonna be in the corner cute. Oh, you got your ass whooped. You want another margarita?
Well,
I
there's
feel like you were
Always.
just sending me to go kick out the white boys.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that.
We'll just send Amy to do
I'll
it.
do it.
That's fine. All right. Question number 2. Hey, white girl, why do white people drive so slow?
I don't fucking know, but they need to speed it up. Because I can't with people that drive slow. I don't care what race you are. If you drive slow, I will be on your ass. I will honk my horn.
No, I'm that driver that will go in the middle lane and go around
Yeah.
all y'all. Like,
Yeah.
do not box me in.
Yes.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
go
That was me
around.
on the way here.
That was me 5 minutes ago. That was you.
No, I was driving past. Somebody was going really slow, and then he pulled up on the sidewalk, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. Anytime I see somebody, if I'm behind somebody who's driving slow, I automatically assume it's a white person, and when I get around them, it's usually a white person. And I
Yeah,
usually look
and
at
older,
them
but
like,
it's like
"You
older white
motherfucker."
people. Like most of my younger
Yeah.
white people that I know don't drive super slow. In fact, they drive reckless and like not in a safe way. Like if I'm gonna die.
Oh.
But like older white people tend to drive very like my
Yes.
mother. Oh Lord, I love you, Shirley, but
Speed
it's
it
bad.
up.
It's bad.
Yeah, they definitely do the speed limit.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
if
know.
it's 40, like they're not going to do 41.
No.
They're going to do 40.
Yeah, that's
Right.
why my mama can't get in my car. She be wanting me to do
Rule
speed limit.
followers. So I don't know. Maybe it's not a white people thing. Maybe it's like an old people thing.
Old white people thing.
Old white people thing.
People named Shirley and Barbara.
Shirley and Barbara. Yeah.
All right, last question. Hey, white girl, when you're hanging with your black friends, what do people assume about you as a white girl?
So this actually was a question that I had a very long discussion with some of my friends when we were out. So number one, I think a lot of people just automatically assume that I'm a Karen, and that drives me insane. No, I'm not a Karen. I'm gonna answer this personally. I'm not a Karen. I'm not gonna call. I mean, I might call a manager if my food isn't right, like we talked about, but that's not a
Yes.
white people thing. That's just like a get me some free food because you fucked up my order. Oh shit, it's not past 9. I can't say that, can
Girl, I done
You
already
said it
said
already?
motherfucker
Oh, good.
and,
Okay, perfect.
and nigga.
Um,
So
Too late now.
I? Okay, well, I'm not gonna say that, but so I'm not a Karen, and it makes me. It's almost to the point where it's actually really annoying because I'm out and people just automatically just like call me Karen or assume I'm a Karen. I'm like, I'm not. You don't know me. Don't judge me like that. So please don't do that. In my profession, I work with helping people a lot, and I have had a lot of people, not even hanging out with my friends, but like I've had a lot of people that, and I'm not going to say black, I'm going to say that aren't white, that have just automatically assumed that kind of that white savior complex, that I'm there just to kind of save all the people that aren't white, and that's not it at all. I genuinely care about and love everybody. I don't care, like if you need help, I'm gonna help you.
right.
I don't care what race you are, and that makes me crazy. I picked my profession because I like helping people. I think mental health is important. I obviously recognize that in our non-white communities, mental health is not often addressed. So for me, that's a cause that I've kind of taken up just from simply sitting in counseling sessions and hearing how mental health has been addressed over the years. And that has nothing to do with me wanting to be a white savior for anybody.
Yeah.
So that's another one. I get this a lot, honestly, with some of my friends, like maybe the moms or some of the older black women, and like the moms, like kind of almost like, are you here to date my child? And also don't. I get really dirty looks a lot from like some of the older black women in the community, and I'm not here to date anybody's son. Just I'm throwing that out there. And that's not so I will say that every white girl's out there to try to like date people's
Right.
son. I just the other way around, like we talked about, like, but that's that I get that a lot. And then I get a lot of like, you would never understand anything that we're going through. And although I'm not any other race than white, even though that's people think I might be Latina or whatever
Yes. People don't think you're white anyway.
But I am, and I get a lot of you could never understand. Although I could never understand personally, I do work very hard with everybody that I come across to learn their story and learn their life. So don't assume that I couldn't possibly get anything. I'm gonna ask. If I don't know, I'm gonna ask, and I'm gonna ask in a polite way, not in like a way that I'm trying to expose you or trying to put it out there. But I'm gonna try to make sure I understand your situation,
Right.
whatever race you are, whatever religion you are, whatever ability level you are, age, whatever. That's just so. I think the assumption that I am there just to kind of and I would never possibly understand, or that I could never possibly fit in, or I'll be the first one to say I'm not any other race than white, and I don't try to be any other race than white. I don't try to switch, and we talked about that a little bit in one of the other questions. I don't try to switch who I am. Like I am who I am. This is who I am all the time. When I'm with my white friends, with my black friends, with my Latina friends, when I'm with my old people friends, my young people friends, like this is who I am.
Absolutely.
Now I might filter myself a little bit at work because I don't want to get fired, but aside from that, like I think the assumption is that anybody that's hanging out with another race is they're trying to be something that they're not, and that's not it.
That's not cool.
And but here's what I'm going to say. I'm not saying that that's not how some white people are, because it is. I'm just saying, me personally, that's not how I am.
Yeah.
But I could really honestly, and I think a lot of white people could really honestly deal without like the Karen comments.
Yeah.
The you're here to kind of try to date somebody outside of your race situation, because that's not ever the case. Like I just love people. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think so? We talked about code switching before on the show about how we feel as Black people. Sometimes we have to code switch. Do you feel that sometimes as white people, you guys have to code switch?
I do. I think not so me no. Like you are, I am who I am. I don't give a fuck where you live. I don't give a fuck what your situation is. I don't care where you come from. I don't care if you live in one neighborhood. This is who I am always. But I will say that I do have, and I have seen a lot of white people who, if you're a white person put into a situation and you're not comfortable being around people of a different race, I think it's almost sometimes it's like their first initial reaction is to try to do and say, and it makes me crazy. I'm just like, just be you. Like people are gonna like you for who you are. They're not.
Right.
But I think a lot of times just out of self-preservation, that's a big word. But I think people just do it just out of that, or just to try to fit in, or because they want to be liked or want to be accepted. But I think people just be themselves, and if people don't accept you, then find new people.
Absolutely.
Don't hang out there.
I love.
Definitely.
Can we got to give Amy a cool bomb on that one, because that right there, just be your goddamn self, please and thank you. That's definitely a cool bomb.
I could like dance to that. I don't know.
A cool bomb, bro. We'll figure that out later, sir.
He's like, I'm gonna find it.
Don't hit every button, please don't, because then there might be something like some crickets, and we definitely don't need no crickets. So, all right. Well, thank you, Miss Amy, for that Ask the White Girl. We appreciate that so much, and we're gonna have some more.
Did you come up with any? Any Ask the White Girl questions while you're saying?
No, I was trying to think as you were talking. I'm like, man, I don't know any. I mean, but I've been around. My girl is half white, so I mean, I get the best of both. I mean, I get both sides, so it's like.
I will say that's another assumption too. Like a lot of people are like, anytime we ask these questions, like, "Oh, I dated somebody that's white, so I already know everything." No, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that you do. I'm saying people say that because you don't, but you might know more than most people. You know?
And what I would say is about her, she doesn't try to hop sides or whatever. She is who she is.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about her. Like she is who she is. She doesn't try to, when she come around my family, she's still that giggly Gigi. When she's around her family, she's still the same way. Around my family or my friends, she's still the same exact way. So,
and that's what you like about her.
That's
that
what
she's
I love
her.
about her.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's how you should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, white people, it's okay to be white.
I will say though, I think some of that, going back to your question, now that I'm sitting here like processing what you said, I do think that there is a lot of pressure, especially with what's in the media, for people who are white to like there's a lot of like a spotlight on like the Karen situations or certain things in the media that I think there's just a lot of pressure on, like, you don't want to say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, be the wrong thing. And I think that could probably lend itself to a little more of that.
Yeah.
Just because like if they're not used to being, which is a problem. Like if you are not used to being around people who are not like you, get out and be around people who are not like you. Like I don't care what the race is, just what somebody that's not you, that's different, and learn. But if you're not used to it and then you end up in a situation where you're around people, I think there's just, and I've heard that from my white friends, like there's so much pressure. Like I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to do the wrong thing. Like, do you know I would be canceled if I said something? And maybe just out of being naive, not knowing certain things about people. And so I do think that there might be that pressure to not say or do the wrong thing, because you and I both know very clearly that there's a lot of things in the media and the spotlight that when, white people, as they should, act certain ways, it gets kind of blasted everywhere, and it might not even necessarily be intentional. Like they might not be intentionally being racist. They might just be stupid or naive.
Well, racist people are stupid.
Right, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, they just might not know any better. And that's part of their own problem, because you do need to get out there and like learn things. But, I think that there is that pressure of like, I don't want to get canceled. I don't want people to think that I'm not trying to intentionally be that way. I just don't know any better.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well, thank you, Miss Amy, for that. We always appreciate you when you answer our Ask the White Girl questions. And we'll have some more next time. We'll try to get some more.
And White Girl's going to visit some things. Now,
yes.
Now the weather's getting nice. We got some barbecues, some spades games. I'm going to beat you guys all at.
We still got to get White Girl goes to church.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yes. We got
White Girl's going to the Greek Orthodox Church this weekend with my child.
Oh. How was that?
I don't know. They don't speak English half the service. So we'll see.
Well, good luck with that.
I found out I don't have to cover my hair though. I just have to wear something nice and cover my skin.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to go ahead and pay some bills real quick. And when we come back, we are going to tap in with Tanae the bartender because we talked with her earlier today. And she's going to be telling you all about how to make some delicious margaritas and some amazing food that goes actually really well with tequila, which I didn't even know there was, different food besides Mexican food that went with tequila. So we learned a lot. So we're going to go ahead and pay some bills and we'll be right back here on Mud Talk.